not on Earth, like if you're on the moon or something, why is there not gravity there?
There is on the moon.
Yeah.
Hardly.
Just not as much gravity. The amount of gravity is dependent on the size of the
No.
right? Mass, right?
Okay.
Mass and size.
So she can ask the question, you can address.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let her ask the question.
Yeah. What's the question? Say it loud.
So on Earth there's gravity, but on the moon there's like less gravity. Why?
Yeah. Excellent question. So we know from science that on every planet, every moon, when you go, your weight will not be the same as on Earth. You will be different weighing different number of pounds or kilograms on different planets. And between the planets, you become weightless. In vacuum, empty space, deep space, you have no weight. You don't fall anywhere. You just stay there, and if you happen to move your arms like this, you can just keep traveling and you can never stop yourself from moving. If you are in deep space, you don't see anything. But guess what? The miracle is you won't even know that you are moving. Because to know you are moving, you have to compare with something that is not moving. Right? So if you're riding in a train, right, and sitting in one place, how do you know the train is moving? Because you are moving with the train. For two ways you to know. Look outside, the trees are not moving. So trees look like moving back, you are moving forward. So you say trees are not moving, you are moving. Now you know. Or if it is dark, windows are closed, then you will know by movement. Like the sound is going, vibration, and when the train is pulling, you get kind of pushed back. Like when you're sitting in a car, and when car is accelerating, you are pushed back. Then you know you are moving. Okay, now weight. So to know why you weigh different amount in different planets, moons. One reason is how much mass you are in the body. Mass is how many atoms, etc. Okay? A rock this big may weigh more than you because mass is massive, right? And if you take a balloon, same size, listen, if you take the balloon same size as a rock, it doesn't have much mass, so it will weigh less.
It's mostly empty space.
Okay, listen carefully. So how much mass is your body? That's one thing. But that's not the only thing. Because no matter how much your mass is, you go to the moon, you will weigh less. There's some weight on moon, but much less. If you go to Jupiter, you will become so heavy that even millions of miles away from Jupiter, you will go zoom. And because Jupiter doesn't have a surface, solid surface, what will happen? You just go zoom inside and disappear. You see? You become so heavy because of gravity is so strong. You just go and bump and go to the center of the planet. There is no surface to stop you. Earth has a solid surface. So if you go to the top of a building and you happen to fall, you will fall, and the closer you get to the ground, you will move faster maybe, and you will fall flat and get hurt. But if you go on moon, the atmosphere of the earth, okay, because of the atmosphere, you fall, and actually the earth is not pulling you. This is a lot of people misunderstand. They think because earth is pulling, that is why you have a weight. It is the atmosphere that is pushing you, that's why you have weight. Remember I explained to you one time how the space is curved? So when the space around the earth is curved, and the earth has atmosphere, so when you come in the curve, and the atmosphere pushes you down. And when on a planet there is no atmosphere, there is nothing pushing you down. So moon has much less atmosphere around it. Remember we talked about the spheres? Electromagnetic, magnetosphere, ionosphere, all those things, there are 15 or 16 layers around the earth. That is the atmosphere. So earth is this big, this much is atmosphere, and with a long tail. And that atmosphere is dense, much more dense than moon. Moon hardly has atmosphere. There is no air to breathe, there is no dust, and storm, etc. So there you weigh less. So you take a jump and you will be in the air for some time before you slowly come. You won't fall flat and get hurt. Okay? Some planets which have more dense atmosphere, same body will weigh much more. Some place where there is no atmosphere, you have no weight. Yeah. If you go about few hundred miles above the surface of the earth, in the space station, the astronauts, they just float. In order to sleep in there, what they have to do? They have to lie down and strap themselves to the bed, otherwise they will start floating. If they put the book like this, leave it, the book will start floating because there is nothing pushing it down. If they start walking, so they just go from one room to the other room, they just slide like this, float, go to the other room. They have hard time standing up. If they are brushing their teeth and they reach their mouth, the water will start spread all over the place because the water is not going down. There is no gravity.
It's very difficult.
It's called zero G. Zero G. G means gravity. Zero gravity. Just a few hundred miles from the surface of the earth. And when you from surface of the earth, few hundred miles, no gravity, and then you want to go to Mars, all along there is no gravity. You are just moving very fast because of the energy you are using to move fast. And when you get closer to Mars, then because of the curvature, it begins to push you and you get heavier and you will reach the surface of the Mars. So that is the reason. How much mass, number one, how much push from the environment. These two together feels like gravity if there is an atmosphere. Then it's pushing you down. If there is no atmosphere, there is hardly any gravity. See? And it varies. It's never the same. The same gravity as on Earth that you experience is not on any planets. It's either more or less. Right? So next time maybe I can show you a chart, different places, how much you will weigh. Okay?